Hello and welcome to another episode of Goodnight Gamescast, the podcast where we talk about all things gaming. I am your host, Moises Rodriguez, aka Moy Division, and to my right or left, I don't know, I'm bad with directions and this camera's facing the other way. It's weird. Anyways, the beautiful, the one, the only, my favorite co-host, the only co-host, Jesus Morales, aka Wave EXE. How are you, man?
I'm doing really great. Fantastic, actually.
That's great, dude.
I woke up early, did some errands, got my car inspection, renewed my sticker because we're in Texas and we apparently still have to do that. It's ridiculous, but whatever. Yeah. And I got the last part of my PC build. So we are done. We are ready to go, ready to build.
Oh, that's so awesome. I know you've been talking about your PC build for a while now. So hearing you say it's here, parts are ready to build, that's awesome, dude, because, well, having a juicy PC is awesome, dude. Which, because
I can't wait, yeah.
Yeah, dude, because actually that's going to tie into what we're going to talk about today for our main topic. Or one of the things in the main topic, right?
Yeah.
But that's awesome, dude. And actually, a good reminder, if you're out there and you're in Texas, or I don't know if other states do it the same way, if your stickers are about to expire for your driver thingy, go fix it because you don't want to get a ticket from... it's like for such a bullshit excuse. Like, yeah, exactly. You want to get pulled over and then they find your weed, because of the car sticker. So
yeah,
you don't want that happening unless you're in Colorado or California or Washington. Then I think it might be good. But anyways, yeah, there you go. All right, let's get some housekeeping out of the way really quick so we can get into the meat of the show, which is what we've been playing and a whole topic for later. All right, so real quick, if you're joining us, thank you so much for being here. If you're listening to us and you would like to watch us, we now have a YouTube channel, Goodnight Cast, where you can watch this and you can watch our other podcast, Last Call, which goes up every Thursday at 10 a.m. Or you can just, keep listening here on Spotify and whatever other pod services are out there. I think we're on the majority of them, which is pretty cool.
It should be just almost everything.
Yeah, so, to your pleasure, whatever you want to listen to us, view us, it's all on you. Just remember, give us a like, give us a little nice comment if you liked what you saw or like what you heard. That helps us a lot, growing the channel and exposing us and putting us out there so we can hopefully one day, maybe get sponsors so we don't have to pay out of pocket for everything because playing all these games and getting everything ready is kind of biting into our pockets, which is always nice to get those little free things, right? Free things are nice. But yeah, that helps us a lot. So thank you so much for the support. Now, Jesus, okay, so and now, if you want to follow us on our social media, you can follow Jesus at WaveEXE on both Instagram and Twitter, although he is more active on Twitter, so I'm pretty sure you can reach him better there. And you can reach myself on Instagram and Twitter at Moy Division, all together, no periods, no underscores, no what, Jesus?
No shenanigans.
No shenanigans. No siree. No ma'am. Nuh-uh. All right, so there you go. With all that out of the way, Jesus, what are you up to, man? What are you playing?
It's clearly obvious what I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima.
Dope.
But I'm just slowly trekking with that game, man. There's just so much. There's just so much in there, man. Like, I barely got to Act 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's just the way that I want to play this game is just I kind of want to do everything, I love trophies, so if a game has an easy platinum, I'm clearly gonna go for it,
right?
And this one does. So being just an open world game, it's all about just collecting everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just kind of just clearing out every single camp, clearing out all the fox stands, all the haiku spots, everything. So I finished Act 1, and then I had to go back so I can liberate more camps, and now all the fog of war is gone.
Oh,
so,
dope. Okay.
So now I'm just kind of checking off things off the list,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Slowly. So I think I have maybe 5 more question marks on that first area.
Okay.
And then I can actually move on to the next area. Just because
nice.
I don't want to leave it and then just come back to it. I think I just want to clear it all off and then move on to Act 2.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I'm just kind of just doing everything. So I mean I'm putting in quite a bit of time on it, but just I don't think I'm like that far ahead in the game, you know.
Okay.
But I still love it, man. Like everything I said about the game in like our first impressions, it's still true, and even more of it, you know. I did find like a few like little things that I didn't particularly enjoy. But it's very minor, like, honestly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like I still believe it should be played in Japanese, but the lip syncing to the character models in Japanese is pretty bad.
Okay.
Like it's definitely it's definitely modeled for the English language.
Okay.
So like I'm pretty sure on the English language it probably syncs out perfectly.
Yeah, it synced out like A+.
Yeah. So at first, like it had like that, like, you know, like that Kurosawa charm of just like the dub, like the subs not matching, like, you know, like the dub,
yeah,
or the,
for sure.
the lip movement. But it's still like it kind of takes it away, you know. Because it like it should just be like a polished machine, not just trying to be a Kurosawa film.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, yeah. Like so, I'm still having just a lot of fun with it, but there's gonna be a thing that we talked about later on in this episode, and it kind of made me want to play this. So like I guess spoilers for what we're gonna talk about. But I went back to Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redo on the 3DS.
Oh, dope, dude! Hell yeah!
So I mean, not much to say about that game, just because that game is incredible. Like,
yeah,
it's just like I'm just like riding that like SMT hype. So like I just need to. I'm sorry?
Oh, you're playing the remake, right? Because there was a remake recently, like about a year or two
ago.
Yeah,
it was a remake for the 3DS. Like the original came out on the DS.
Right.
The remake, like I guess it's a little bit easier just because you can save like mid dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Which is like kind of defeats the purpose of like the hardcore like dungeon crawling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean like it's fine. Like, you know, they just everything looks better.
Do you think
like,
it was
added,
do you think it was a positive change that they added that? Like as it's made your experience better.
I'll still say it. So like a lot of like SMT fans like kind of want to gatekeep like the game, you know, because it's like, it's a hard game. Like
it's not Persona. It's not Persona.
Yeah, but like I want more people to play these games because like like I love Persona, but I love SMT way more. And like if I can get Persona fans to play SMT, like that'll be perfect, you know?
Yeah.
But I still want them to separate both, you know?
Okay.
Like I don't want them to like make SMT5 into a Persona game.
Right,
you know?
okay.
Just to cater to like the casual audience, you know? Like I still want SMT to be a hard game. Like if I want to play something easy, I'm going to play Persona.
Okay. All right.
So like the game is still relatively hard for like what it is, but you know, like having those like accessibility features kind of makes it better for like new players.
Yeah.
But I mean, like there's no new players, like because no one fucking gave a shit about that game.
I mean, I wanted to play. I haven't played it because I got rid of my 3DS. I gave it to my sister, and then the game came out, and I was like, shit, like I really want to play this. And I didn't get to it and I heard like really good things about this game. Like you told me, like it's games like A plus. Our friend Brian is like, this game is amazing. My cousin Paulo recently played it, and he's like, this was amazing. So I've been like really aching to play it. Maybe I'll play it one day after I get acquainted with what we're gonna talk about later on today.
Yeah, it's definitely worth coming back to it. Honestly, like it sucks that they're like stuck on the 3DS and. Like, it's just not fun, you know, especially, like, having a Switch now. Like, you want to just play things on the Switch.
Yeah.
But it still feels good, you know? Like, I don't see it being, like, a downgrade. Like, you know? Like, I could still play it. Even after SMT5 comes out, like, I'll still be able to play, like, Strange Journey or 4, for that matter. Like, those games still hold up, and it doesn't feel, like, shitty playing it, you know?
You're right.
So, yeah, definitely, like, if you do get into, like, SMT5, like it's definitely like worth it to come back to it because you kind of just see like the progression of the game itself
for sure,
and that's what I'm gonna kind of go into later on because I want to talk about SMT5.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm actually very very excited to hear what you have to say because we haven't talked about this, and I know you mentioned it before. You always bring it up. You're like, when is Nintendo gonna get us some
3 years?
Yeah, dude. So I'm excited to hear what you're gonna say because again, we haven't talked about it, and I know you are hype, and I saw you on Twitter, and you were like practically losing your soul over it. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what you're gonna say. But we'll get to that. Anything else you've been playing besides those two?
That's pretty much it, man. Like,
Okay.
I just really want to knock out Tsushima. I mean, like, not particularly for any reason. I mean, besides the fact that I like the game so much.
Right.
But yeah, like, there's like nothing else coming out like that I'm interested in. But having my PC build like done, like, I'm definitely gonna like start playing more stuff like on Steam and stuff, you know? So.
Yeah. I'm sorry, and okay, if you're not watching, I would love for you to watch this video, because this cat is in the background, and she's like stretching in the counter, and it looked funny because she was just like on I was just looking at her, and she's so cute. Oh, I love her. So yeah, if you're listening, just tune in. Like, oh my god, that's so cute. She look at her. Oh damn. All right, well, that's cool, man. That's awesome, dude. That's really cool. So I guess speaking of Ghost of Tsushima, I finished the game. I rolled credits, and I said it once, and I'll say it again, dude. This game is one of my Game of the Year contenders.
Fucking
like,
GOTY, dude.
Yeah, dude, like, stamp, like, boom, like, Moy's approval, dude. Like, the Moy stamp of certified banger, dude. Like, oh, man, it's, dude. So right now I finished it, right? I'm on my way to getting the plat. I have, I think, like 3 or 4 more trophies to go in order to get that plat. So yeah, I'm still playing it, even though I beat it, you know, obviously. And even if, like, with the post story and everything, the post game, it's still fun to play, you know. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna beat it, and then am I gonna like lose that hunger for those trophies? Am I gonna be like, you know what? Okay, I already know the ending. It's done. Like, whatever. I'm just gonna move on. Nah, dude. I was like, I finished it, and I was like, I really want to know. Like, I just want to like just plat it, you know. Yeah. And yeah, dude, it was the game, like, from beginning to end. It was very engaging. The story didn't lose anything that it, like, made it, like, a good story. It just kept being flawless all throughout. I couldn't find any major, like, problems with it, like, that I was like, oh, like, you know, the story went downhill. No, dude, like, the story just kept going, and I was like, please don't end. But all things must come to an end, Jesus.
Yeah.
Sadly. Yeah, dude, it was just a really good experience. Like, this game is definitely like one of those that I'm gonna remember. It's just really good, man. It's really good. I have more things that I want to talk about in specifics, but I want to talk to you about those when you're finished with it, right? So we can kind of, like, you know, go into it, give her a little review after we're done with the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it'll be a little late just because I'm fucking working,
and it's cool,
40-hour weeks, and
yeah, of course, and it's cool, you know. That's why I want to wait for you. I want to, like, just be like, oh yeah, you know, this and that, and just like kind of like, you know, like leave nothing for that. It's like, nah, dude, like, I completely understand. But oh my god, dude, it's just so yeah, because I didn't play much because I was just streamlining that game. Like, I was just playing it, doing side missions, side quests here and there. So yeah, I have, like, very, very little to go. And it's kind of cool because what's today? Okay. August 4th, I will probably be consumed by my next big thing, which is Fall Guys.
Fall Guys,
yeah,
yes.
Dude, Fall Guys is coming out, and I cannot wait, dude. This thing, it's okay. So if you're out there listening or watching, and you haven't heard about Fall Guys, you live under a rock. No, just kidding, you don't. Fall Guys is okay. So please don't be turned off when I say it's a battle royale. Like, this, like, if battle royales aren't your thing, put that to the side. You don't have to shoot anyone. There's no shooting, no crazy tacticals. This is a platformer. So all you need to do is get from point A to point B with, like, 60, I believe, other people that are playing at the same time on multiplayer online, and you just gotta get to, like, the end point. But only, let's say, out of the first round, it's like, all right, out of 60 people, only 43 can make it, right? So though, like, once the 43rd person gets into that area, the rest of them are eliminated, and it just keeps progressing until the last player wins, you know. But it's a platformer, and it looks fun. It's from Devolver, and dude, I didn't get a beta key. I really want to get one this weekend to just play it, but I did see a lot of streams of people playing it, and oh my god, dude, this game is gonna be a hoot. Like, it's gonna be really fun.
I didn't even know there was a beta going on until, like, after we talked about it. And, like, I was, like, looking more into it just because I saw that it was actually, like, you know, gonna be free for PS Plus users.
it's a thing too. Like during the weekend, I was checking it out, and I was like, okay, $20, on Steam and PlayStation, cool. Like that's like $20. Of course, I can do that. And then it was like 30 for like the special collection edition on Steam with a bunch of skins and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, that's dope. And then like 2 or 3 days ago, it was, developer's like, all right, well, you know what? This is going to be free on the PlayStation Plus for the month of August, along with Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. Modern Warfare 2 campaign.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, hell yeah. So,
yeah, like that's actually like real. Like, fuck, like when's the last time we saw like a good month for PS Plus?
Dude.
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, dude. I think the last one that I remember was like Neo, and I was like, okay, or like Bloodborne at one point. I was like, man, like okay, that's like you gotta play this.
That's right. Yeah.
And but yeah, dude, like this game, I cannot wait. Jesus, I've been like literally anxiously waiting. Like next on my list was Paper Mario: The Origami King.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, like that's gonna be like in the back burner for a little bit. Or it's gonna be like my palate cleanser from Fall Guys, exactly. Dude. Because Fall Guys is just gonna, oh my god, dude. I can't wait. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. I haven't been playing that. I'm excited to play that. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. If you haven't played it, please play it. If you're playing it, keep on playing it. And if you finished it, let me know what you think. Because, masterpiece, dude. Chef's kiss, dude.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, dude.
Yeah, like no spoilers for our review, but like it's definitely up there for me too. Like, it's weird because like, I'm also just like very bad at like remembering things, but like this game is just like so good that it's making me forget everything that's come out this year.
Dude, yes, exactly.
I'm thinking, okay, like what else is like a candidate, and I'm like, I don't remember. Like I think what Resident Evil 3 came out this year, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, but I'm just like I didn't even play it.
Yeah, and then The Last of Us.
Like yeah, exactly. Like obviously like The Last of Us, but it's like. Hey, I don't give a fuck about it. So like,
and also 2020 has felt like it's been like 3 years long. So yeah. It's like you gotta literally pull out your dates and be like, what came out this year? What came out in February, which feels like half a millennia ago. So yeah, dude. But yeah, it's all been playing. Not too much. Nothing too substantial. For obvious reasons. And yeah, but I guess we're moving into our topic a little earlier than usual. Because
very early,
because things
just because a lot of stuff that I'm gonna say like it's just stuff for like the main topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want to like double dip on it,
Exactly. So why not get into it? Just get it out of the way. All right. So main topic. We had a couple of showcases / directs release last week. Okay. So the first one I want to talk about is the bigger one. Not the mini one, as they politely put it out. Xbox Games Showcase, right? So me and Jesus, me and you, we're PlayStation guys, right? Like we're PlayStation guys. We have PlayStations. I had a Xbox One for like 3 months. Played Dragon Age Inquisition. Finished it. I was like, what else can I play? Okay, I'm gonna sell this and get a PlayStation 4. So that's what I did. Anyways, Jesus, you saw the presentation, right?
Yes.
Now, what did you think of the presentation itself as a whole? What did you think overall? Were you hyped before this? Were you not hyped? What was your feelings before it started? And then once it started, throughout, what did you feel? How did you feel about this presentation?
So I could say I was like, I guess a little hyped, but really it was just mainly because their like marketing behind it is just like. First look at gameplay for Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
So
right.
I was clearly like just all in.
Right.
But other than that, I was just kind of more intrigued rather than hyped to see like what was going on. Like they can't just make like a 30-minute hour conference from just Halo,
Exactly.
Like they have to be something else. I didn't think it was going to be anything exclusive. I thought it was going to be like a lot of like third parties or like the studios that like Xbox ended up buying.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like also like even those games that those studios were working on, they're not necessarily like stuff that I'm like personally excited about. Right. But I wanted to see, I'm a big like campaigner for like the fact that like there's gonna be games that I'm not excited about, but there's someone out there that's like super excited about.
Yeah, right.
And like that just gets me excited.
Right.
So I didn't really have like any like big expectations coming into this, besides just I wanted Halo to be Halo.
Right. And do
And
you feel that Halo is Halo from what you saw?
yeah, definitely. Not necessarily like a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, 100%.
yeah, like it was very underwhelming,
Yeah.
but it's Halo, so I'm gonna play it.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, like I don't know, like there was just like nothing very cool about it. Like it was just like, yes, this is Halo, this is what we wanted. Nothing else, but I kind of wanted something else, and like, I mean, they gave it to us with the grappling hook, but that's not what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Dude. Yeah. I think you nailed my exact feeling. Right. How I felt about this. Underwhelmed. I was like, I'm not an Xbox guy, but coming into this, I was like, you know what? Like, this is a new generation. We're coming to a new generation of gaming. Next gen consoles, like we have, there's probably a bunch of stuff here that we don't know that's in development. This is fun. This could be fun, and also, like talking about like, thinking about like the Games Pass, right? Xbox Games Pass.
Yeah.
Like being like having a PC, you are building your PC and you'll probably be ready in like a couple of days. Like that's something that's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I heard like, and then they opened up with, okay, like the games we're about to show you are going to be, all on Games Pass, and I was
Game
like,
Pass, yeah.
whoa, like I can play all these games on my PC. I don't even need an Xbox console. So I was like, they got me, dude. I was like, yeah, let's watch. Let's see what this is about. I was underwhelmed. Like when I saw, okay, for once, I'm not a Halo person because I've never played a Halo game in my life, so I don't have no attachment or anything towards Halo, right? I've heard really good things. I have friends that are like super into Halo because they love it and it's a super solid franchise. And when I saw it, I was like, this looks like Halo. Like legit, it looks like all the other Halos I've always seen like for years and years and years. It doesn't look any different, or and I saw the grappling hook thinking, I was like, oh, it kind of looks like Doom, but yeah, like it's Halo, and yeah, it just looked like Halo, and I was like, okay, well, like I'm not too excited because I would if I were excited about this, I would probably play the older ones and then play this one and then like continue to the story and all that stuff, right? But for me, I was like, but yeah, like I was hoping to see more about like maybe like the pricing, the release date, little things like that. But I feel like definitely like I felt underwhelmed with the presentation itself. I wasn't like too hyped. However, the software that Microsoft is working with Xbox does have me really hyped. It does have me very excited to see what they're gonna do with that. Pretty much going into the new generation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like in the end, like I'm just more excited about Game Pass as a whole, rather than particularly like these games themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They were okay,
Yeah,
nothing too crazy that stood out. Like weirdly enough, like the one that I was more excited about was that Remedy Studios' new game, Crossfire X.
Okay, for sure.
It just looks like a very vanilla like military shooter.
Yeah.
So like, there's not much else going on there, but it is Remedy, so like, it's gonna get like really weird and supernatural. So I'm excited to see like where that goes. Like, not necessarily, I wasn't super wowed by the gameplay itself.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like just a regular Call of Duty,
Uh-huh.
But like, I know there's gonna be some weird shit in there. So that's what makes me excited. But in the end, like, it's Game Pass. I'm not like, I mean, even this conference, like it wasn't about Xbox Series X,
Yes.
It was about games coming soon. Like, not even like games coming to Series X. Like, it's like games coming to Xbox. Like, no, it's like we're showcasing these games. Period.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's it. Because a lot of these, for example, Crossfire X. Like, I gotta look into it more, but Remedy usually I guess not really, because what was that other one? Oh my god, I'm blanking out. Oh, Quantum Break.
Okay.
That was exclusive to Xbox. But then they released Control, and that was on both consoles.
Uh-huh.
So I guess like maybe they're leaning more towards like both consoles now, because Alan Wake was Xbox exclusive as well.
Right.
So I don't know. But either way, these are all just mostly like third-party games rather than first-party. So they kind of just want you to play games
Mhm.
like wherever the fuck you want, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's a really cool thing. I don't necessarily care about Xbox myself either,
Mm-hmm.
but I like what they're doing with
Yeah.
their like ecosystem.
100%.
I kind of wish they went into xCloud a little bit more,
Okay.
just because I wanted to see what's up with that. Because I mean, like Stadia is just not doing well.
Ah.
I mean, they have like their niche audience, and like they're getting more games, but it's still just it already has like a black mark on their like track record.
Yeah.
So I feel like xCloud can kind of come in and like do their thing and like still be really good.
Right.
But yeah, so like if you can play like xCloud games on your Xbox, on your computer or your phone, like it just kind of makes this whole like big ecosystem of things all around Microsoft.
Right. And it's funny like that, like your interest is there because yeah, like same like that's like what grabbed me, right? It's what's grabbing me at least from Xbox, right? And like I think they might be onto something here, right? Because we think of like every time we think of next gen, we think next gen consoles, right? And it's like the console, the next console, and like the future of gaming and all that stuff that we talk about, right? Microsoft is, I feel like they are extending into like a realm of software that could truly become the new next gen, you know, the future of gaming, by having, you know, like following that record of like we're following like yeah, we have a powerful console, but we're trying to build like an ecosystem. We're trying to build put the games practically at the hands of the player wherever they want. You know, they don't even have to buy a console. They can just play them on their computers. You know, as long as they run it, you know, they can play it there for a subscription fee, monthly subscription fee. And that is very interesting. Like, that is one of the things that I was like, you know what? Like, that's awesome. Like, it puts, like, being a PlayStation fanboy, it puts me at, like from the bar, it moves me a little bit towards the Xbox side. Not as in, like, oh, you know, Xbox is, but, like, no, it's just think it's, like, it's smart. It's a smart thing to do. And as a consumer, I like to consume smartly. And that's a smart way to consume video games, you know. And they're providing the platform, they're providing the service, and I think they're nailing it so far. You know, obviously this will mature into something that, you know, it's gonna probably get better. You know, something that maybe Stadia had in mind, but they haven't. You know, with their with their lack of experience, you want to put it, that Xbox has, I think they can knock it out of the park. And that's interesting, to see how that's gonna go about, and that's how that's gonna happen, you know, eventually. And will PlayStation like seek out something like this in the future? You know, like obviously they are, but Xbox is just kind of like a little bit more in the mind of the consumer, and I think they're doing a better job at it, to be quite frank.
Yeah, that's the thing with Xbox. Like, I think in the end they're just trying to like end the console wars, and like not by. It's not ending it by like winning.
Right.
It's just kind of like opting out, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, they're not even trying to compete anymore. They're just like, oh, we're just going to do our thing. So it's very reminiscent to what Nintendo does.
Right.
They just don't care. You know, it's like, yeah, we're going to release a console. It's going to be shit hardware, but you're going to buy it anyway because you want to play your Mario games.
Exactly.
You know,
you want to play those games.
So like, it's essentially like that same mindset, but they're just not providing the games themselves. They're just like, yeah, you could just play whatever the fuck you want on anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, even said, you mentioned that, like, yeah, you can play on your PC if you have the proper hardware for that.
Right.
But, like, you don't even need the proper hardware because xCloud's going to be a thing.
True.
Yeah, like, as long as you have internet. Like, that's literally it. Like, you just need internet and you can play games.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just, like, a really interesting approach towards the quote-unquote console wars.
Yeah.
Because they're just not a console war anymore, you know. Like, but I still think that Sony still has that mentality.
Okay, yeah.
That, like, we gotta win,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna win, and like we're gonna fucking come out swinging with all these sick games and this sick console, and everyone's gonna love us. We're gonna be for the people, all this stuff. Like, that's cool, and I respect them, but like not really.
And it's because it's funny to mention that because I feel like they're winning without like boasting that they're winning. I feel like they're winning, and it's because when you're number one, you really don't look back. Like, you don't look back and like point your or shit on the second place, right? Usually,
Yeah.
you're just face forward, and the second place is the one that's usually like, about the competition because they're trying to get to that first place, So I feel like at this point, Xbox is just like, you know what? Yeah, we were second last gen, but this gen we're not playing we're not playing this war. We're not playing this little game that we're playing. We're doing things a little different, and that's why like there was no clear winner. I guess, or if there was a winner, like this generation was PlayStation. At least I don't feel like they're like, I guess like flexing that. It's just kind of like they're doing their thing and it's working, and it has been working for this whole generation, and they're just moving in their own direction. They're like, you know what, this has worked for us this generation. Hopefully it works this next gen, right? And hopefully it does, right? Because PlayStation did a great job, but we'll see how Microsoft and Xbox does like their thing, and it could possibly, like step ahead of PlayStation without them even trying to go on the same path. They could just be like, it's steering like the consumer in a different direction now, possibly.
Yeah. I get like that analogy of not looking back when you're first, but and like not like Sony not boasting about it, but in a way they kind of are. I kind of hate like Sony's mentality towards like winning, just because it kind of fucks over the consumer at times. Okay, like with the whole like crossplay and like like cross saves like shebang. Like it's like, well, like it's clear like after we saw everything that like people were saying that like no, like it's just you can't do it. It's hard to do it. Like it's a big technical problem. And then you come out, you see like people from like what was it? I think like Rocket League. They were like, we can do it. It's just Sony has to say yes.
Switch, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So like, yeah, like it's literally Sony like not wanting to like be able to like connect with these other platforms because they're winning, because they want to like stay on top and like not risk in a way like anyone like gnawing at their ankles,
Yeah.
And it's because of that same reason, like they are winning and they can do whatever they want because they'll still like they're confident that they'll still be quote unquote winning.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of like another example like off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But like they like constantly do like have these practices where they can kind of just do stuff and it's like that's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
But people will still buy it and like go for it, and no one kind of bats an eye at Sony. But like if like Xbox does it and they're like, man, like you guys fucked up, like all this stuff, and
no,
it's just like it's a very big like conundrum to Sony. Yeah,
right. No, and it's perfect. Like just with that one, like I'm sure there are more that we're forgetting right now, but just with that one, like it's a good example of like the things that they could do but they choose not to, and it's shitty, right? Because obviously like you want to have like the gamer, the consumer in mind first, and but then like right behind that we like it's a business, it's a company, like damn
exactly.
it,
like they're making money,
so it's
no
like
matter what.
it's like up there like I'm pretty sure execs are like, well, we're making money, like why risk this, why change this, people will play on ours or they can play on the other team, and like they will like their loyalty, like the part that makes them human, their loyalty and all that kind of stuff, all the emotions, they will keep them attached to this brand, they'll keep attached to PlayStation. And that's how like they got us, and if consumer, and obviously people get mad, like obviously like that's upsetting, right? Because when there are all these talks about like literally switching flipping the switch to make it a cross platform and everyone can play with everyone, it was like that's like a shitty move, right? Because like, obviously like I want to play with my friends that have Xboxes, I want to play with my friends over here and that, and I can't just because Sony's being stubborn. It's like I get it, but like come on, like you could be winning with like a light of goodness shining instead of like we're winning but we're like the Empire.
Exactly.
So that's
just because you're winning doesn't mean you're a good guy.
There you go. Exactly, dude.
Yeah,
exactly. Empire Strikes Back, baby. Just kidding. One of the games I will mention though, one of the games that really did get me hyped, like really I was like, this looks like my game. # my game. It was Avowed. I really know. I might be butchering it from Obsidian.
Yeah. Is that the tiny people one? No, right?
No. This one was like some like a sword. It looked like Frodo's sword with like Elvish or whatever written on it, and then like some glowing hand. It was like a first person Skyrim looking one.
Okay, yeah, he does like the little rune and then like, powers him up.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that game, I was like, and then it's funny because I think earlier today or last night I saw a tweet from Jason Schreier, and I think there was supposedly I forget the exact details, right? But the idea behind all this was that there was gonna be a King Arthur RPG, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that one like a while back they were talking about, but they scrapped it. Well, this one is probably what that was supposed to be.
Okay.
So
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, so it's interesting, because like they might have a lot of stuff in there already. So this one might not take as long to develop. Who knows? Who knows how far along they're on the project, or if it was just like the idea and they're just kind of like barely working on it. But that looked pretty fun. For that I was like, yeah, I'm down for like a first person fantasy RPG. Like I'm very with that. Because why not, man? Skyrim's dope. Why not play this?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one that got me really excited. And if I can play on the PC with really high specs, even better. On Xbox Game Pass, dude. Like, ooh. So yeah. But with that being said, dude, like, I will be getting the Xbox Game Pass. Like, that's a given, dude. It's a steal. It's an incredibly big deal. And it's obviously a really good deal. But is it all like in positivity for everyone, right? Obviously, for the consumer, it's a heck of a deal. Like it's a steal. Like, it's probably one of the best deals out there right now. Like,
absolutely,
it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, we looked it up yesterday, and it was like first month for $1, and then $5 like thereafter.
Exactly,
like,
and the roster of games, I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, these for $1 for a month, and then $5 just have all these in my repertoire?
Yeah,
insane, dude. So, and then all these games that they went through, right, on the showcase, they're all going to be in the Game Pass, which is insane, because like, holy crap, they're not even released yet, and they're like, yep, they're gonna be there, so have at it.
Like, you don't even have to pay $60. Like, it's like,
exactly.
Let's say you don't have Game Pass, and you're like, oh, Halo Infinite's out, let me drop $1.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
you play Halo Infinite.
Exactly, a brand new, first party game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's insane, So I really hope that doesn't bite developers in the booty, eventually with time. I just really hope that, like they are making their fair share, so this entices even more studios to become a part of this ecosystem with Xbox. I hope that, like they're like, what, we're having a good experience, and it's just a growing platform even for like independent people, like eventually, right, independent titles stop coming in, and like everyone, it's just a good ecosystem, right? It's like, I wouldn't want it to be like a Netflix kind of deal where Netflix was buying like shows and rights and stuff like that, and at the end, like, they were making more money than the actual developer or producer or whatever. And it's like, hey, you know what, like, and we're gonna take our stuff off from your platform because we're clearly getting ripped off. Like, we're not making any money, and you guys are making a lot. Like, yeah, Netflix is a huge reach, and they were obviously getting a lot of money for that. But in the end, like, they're missing out on a lot of money, and a lot of these companies don't have that much money to put at risk. So, that's why Netflix always started making their Netflix originals and all that stuff, because it's like, okay, well, we don't have that much brain power. Let's grab some studios here and there, some producers, make our own thing, and then we don't gotta pay anyone anything, right? So hopefully this doesn't happen here with Xbox, right? Hopefully it's fun for everyone, right? Developers, publishers, creators, players, Xbox, all in good light. Because obviously we all want what's better for everyone. So hopefully that's like, hopefully they nail this one, because I have really high hopes for them. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I have like high hopes for it. I feel like they wouldn't do like the developers dirty like that. Mm-hmm. I feel like, whether they're cutting them a check or like a percentage of like streams, or like, I don't know exactly like what the business model of the deals is like.
Right.
But like, I just hope they just don't just get screwed over. So I'm like kind of just hopeful. I'm like, okay, like, I'm on board. Let's just see it out. I'm pretty sure it won't happen, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, because there's like a lot of, like, it's not just big studios, obviously, like, it's like you said with like the Netflix originals, it's not just like big blockbuster movies, there's like smaller indie films or indie shows, so it's not like I don't feel like they're getting paid in like exposure, you know. Like I feel like they're actually getting some sort of like compensation for their work. So hopefully.
Yeah. So we'll see how that plays out, right? I mean, it's getting to that time, man. It's about that time. I mean, holiday season's around the corner. Even though the last 4 months I felt like hell, you know, we're already almost in August. You know, so we'll see how that goes. One last thing before we move on to our next little chunk of information here and discussion. I didn't want to see the price. I didn't want to see like Xbox Series X and then like holiday and then like boom November something whatever and then price point. You're like, oh my god, it's here. Like that's it. Pre-orders are up, you know, like after the show, and it's like, oh shit, you know, everyone get to GameStop, like let's pre-order or whatever, right? So I wanted that, right? I feel like those are the really E3 moments that I missed this summer. That I was like, just give me those bangers like after this conference, and I was like, yeah, you know, but you know, like I don't know. So at this point, I don't know when they're. I mean, people are saying like, oh yeah, like May has to be like where they have to do it, and then like okay, June for sure, like it's E3 month. Like July, like they have to. You know, it's like okay, well, what the heck? Are they just gonna like shadow drop it at this point? You know, like
I think so, man. Like I feel like it's just gonna be like a blog post at this point. So did we do a prediction on like release date for these things?
We didn't.
Yeah, because like it's not even like I think it's not even a prediction. Like it's just like an educated guess at this point. Because like everything's getting pushed to like mid-November. You know, like all these like new releases. It's like, you know, Cyberpunk, Valhalla, like all these like big like heavy hitters. Yeah, they're like November 17th, November 19th. Like it's like it has to drop that day, like that week. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
So, so yeah, like I wanted to see a price point and like pre-orders on that, but I feel like we'll just get them next month, honestly.
Okay.
Because if they release in August. That's 2 months to pre-order. I feel like that's enough time. You know, units are already shipping, from what I've seen. So it just makes sense that like we'll get like pre-orders in like maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, because they like Sony already said they're ramping up their production. You know, because they're like, everyone's at home, right? Like, and I'm pretty sure like we're gonna hit big numbers. So yeah, they're ramping up the production. I forgot to from certain million to like way more millions.
I just want to have like a little disclaimer. Because, you know, if you are listening to this and you have been listening to this show for a while, like, you know that I work at GameStop. Yeah. This is not insider knowledge. Like, this is just stuff from the internet. So don't think that I know more than you. We know as much as you do.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And I probably know less than everyone here. So I
did have a guest come in the other day and she was like, I know someone that works at Sony and they said they're going to come out on September. And I'm like,
my uncle works at Nintendo, dude.
Yeah.
And he told me
basically
that next title is Kirby 92, dude.
Ooh, let's go.
That's why it's spoiler, dude. It's not spoiler. It's an Easter egg, you know. It's an Easter egg to Kirby's next big title. And it's the new game they're working for over at Retro Studios in Austin. That they haven't said anything about new Kirby.
Why is Retro working on Kirby?
I don't know. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. But in my head, they are. Oh man. All right. Well, talking about Retro Studios and talk about Nintendo. We did have a Nintendo Direct Mini as well. Mini, a little one, tiny little 10 minutes.
It was very small.
Little 10 minutes. I was like mini. I was like, okay, yeah, they didn't mean it. It's really small. It was like 10, 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, Jesus. From all this, I watched it, right? 10 minutes. Yawned. It was over. I was like, oh, wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
2 games came from this for me. And they're both in the same franchise. And you know what, dude? I'll let you take it out, dude. Take it away, dude, because I want you to indulge me with your fandom on this franchise.
What if I just like ripped out my shirt and then I was just wearing like a Shin Megami Tensei shirt, or I was just like painted like Demi Fiend.
You just gotta go like that. The god you worship is no longer whatever that thing says.
Yeah.
No longer alive or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, we got, first of all, like it started off, you know, just very ominous. Shin Megami Tensei news. I was like, yes, finally. And I was gonna tweet about it the night before. They said they were gonna release a Nintendo Mini.
Yeah.
Nintendo Direct Mini. And I was like, oh, and they said exclusively focusing on like third-party releases.
Yeah.
Obviously you saw people like shitting themselves like, oh, they're gonna announce new fucking Metroid. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, dude, stop it.
Yeah, they're clearly saying.
Yeah. So just people don't know how to read, and it's fine. But I was like, I was gonna say like, oh, imagine they like release like news for Shin Megami Tensei, like bet. But I just forgot to tweet it, and then I like woke up and I saw that shit, and I was so excited. Like I woke up like without an alarm too, because it was like at 9 a.m.
Yeah, it was pretty early. Well,
and like something in my something in my body just like woke me up, and I was like, oh, Nintendo Direct.
Something in my body.
Yeah, like I just like like turned around and just grabbed my phone and just like put it on. I didn't even go to like the YouTube page. Like it was just like on Twitter.
It was a Matador, dude.
Yeah,
it was a Matador, just like reincarnating in you.
Yeah. So yeah, like I thought it was gonna be like SMT5, and then they just started like just punching us in the face with, you know, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne like remake.
Yeah.
Which was just like straight out of left field. Like I did not see that coming. Like I was very surprised. There was a poll like a couple months ago of like Atlas asking fans like what they would want like remake.
I did see that. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, so like everyone was just like asking for Persona 3, Persona 4, but like no,
I was like
fine.
I was like Persona 3.
Yeah.
I was one of those.
I want a Persona 3 remake, or just like just straight up just a remaster. Honestly,
yeah,
I don't need a remake. But yeah, so Nocturne 1, and like I was super excited about it. It looks really, really good. Like it shouldn't look that good.
It did look pretty good.
And yeah, man, like it just looks really cool. It's they're adding a very controversial mode to it. They're adding merciful mode, so it's like an easy mode.
Okay.
Because that game is pretty hard.
Yeah.
But it's just like if you play these games before, or even just Persona, honestly, like you know how to play these games.
Yeah. Right.
And like it shouldn't be too hard, honestly. They're really not. Like I still think Dark Souls are harder games. You know, they feel like SMT games feel hard because sometimes they just have like weird, unfair RNG bullshit.
Okay.
But that's just RNG, you know. Like if you get fucked over by RNG, you're just like, well, that's it.
The RNG gods are not on your side.
Yeah. Like let's just try it again, and that's it. You know, it's not like Dark Souls where you know, sometimes you do get like your bullshit like
homing
like
attacks.
Like homing attacks and like hitboxes.
Yeah.
But it's mostly, you know, skill. You know, like it's like, okay, like how well do I know this encounter? How quick are my reactions? Like no, it's a turn-based RPG. Like you don't need any of that. You just gotta have like knowledge of the game. Like how do you play this game? You buff, you debuff, you attack.
Yeah.
You hit weaknesses. Like that's it. You know? There's nothing too crazy about it. So the whole thing about SMT games being really hard, get that shit out of here. You know, I don't care. But if you did want to play it in easy mode, that's completely okay. Like I'm actually like all for having merciful mode.
Okay.
For that reason alone, you know, just because I want people to play these games. Nocturne is a really fucking good game, and people should play it. But I'm not gonna tell everyone like, hey, play this game.
Yeah.
I was like, sure. What is it on? It's like PS2. Like, no. Like it definitely needs a remake. So it's perfect that this is coming out, and it's coming out fairly soon. So
yeah, dude, hell yeah! Like that was dope. And then we saw a teaser for 5.
A little bit longer of a teaser for 5.
Or would you call it a trailer?
No.
All right.
It's still just, it's more of the same. Like literally, like the only good part about that whole thing, the whole encounter, was that we got a 2021 release date, and that we got Lucifer's old design, because they changed the design in 4, and I mean, like it's for a reason, but I was a little skeptical that like they would keep using it for future iterations of the game.
Okay.
And it was just weird, man. Like, he was just like this like long and lanky like bald man with like a weird like tumor in his arm. Like, I don't know. It was it was kind of, it's terrifying, obviously, because it's SMT. But
that's scary.
But like Lucifer's like old design from like mainline games is just really good, and like I'm so glad that
is it that green dude with the long hair and the horns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that guy looked dope. I was like, yeah, it looks like the demon. Like it looks like Satan. Oh,
yeah.
right.
Well, there's also Satan, but you know this. You play Persona.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, they're all different ones. So, very excited to see which Satan they use, because there's like 3 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that has like 20 like titties.
Oh yeah. I think I saw a tweet about that. And I was like, oh
yeah. there's some interesting designs in that game, but yeah, I'm still super excited about 5. I'm glad it's a thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, just because like there's like so very little that we know about SMT5, I'm just way more excited about Nocturne.
Okay. All right.
Because just Nocturne is just like, I know what Nocturne is and I know how good of a game it is, and I'm just super excited to play it in HD and on the Switch. On the Switch and PS4.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
you kind of get to pick.
You do get to pick.
So fun fact, I pre-ordered the Japanese version.
Oh,
because
sick.
it was like a collector's edition in Japan.
Ooh, what'd it come with?
It's the magazine that you get, like, that your buddy gives you at the beginning. So it's like a 163-page book.
Oh, wow.
So it's an art book.
Okay.
Anamala like terminal, but like it's one of the terminals like in the game.
Okay.
But it's an iLight.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I think it's like the soundtrack and like a piano arrangement of the soundtrack.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'll be playing this game in like October with like
what was the damage?
giant script.
What was the damage?
160.
All right, that's pretty hefty damage. That's a pretty hefty amount.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst.
Because I was gonna pay like double that, because like my friend was trying to help me like get it.
Mm-hmm.
And they sold out immediately through his like proxy service. And then he tried a second one that had it for like resale, so it was going to be like about like close to $300.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, that would have been.
I was like, just charge it, just charge it. Just...
don't. I don't want to look at this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look at my statement for July. I'm out.
Yeah, but then Play Asia ended up having it, so like for resale. So I ended up just grabbing it like quickly. Just, to secure it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Atlas always likes doing collector's editions, like even in the States. So I'm pretty sure, like in spring when it actually comes out on the West, like I'll be dropping another 160.
Yeah, get a North American one.
Yeah, because I ended up grabbing the PS4 copy for Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm probably gonna buy the Switch version.
Oh, dope.
For the States.
That's cool, dude. Hell yeah.
But yeah, like I'm just super excited about that game. Like again, super excited about SMT5. But there's just like very little that I know. The pro tag looks super sick. I love his fucked up haircut.
Oh yeah, just like it's like a 5-year-old. It's like picture day, and it's just like
yeah, exactly.
Like in class, like before, and then mom calls. The teacher calls your mom and says, "Hey, fucking this little dude just cut his hair. Come get your boy.
Come get your boy."
That's dope,
yeah. So super excited about those 2 games. Like I'm just super excited that they finally have some sort of announcements for them. Well, for SMT5, and then we got Nocturne HD.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking forward to playing those very soon.
That's cool,
very,
dude.
Very soon.
Well, I'm very happy for you, Jesus. I'm very happy because you got something that you were waiting for a while.
It finally happened.
Yeah, dude, for a while. And like I know when like you mentioned it a lot. Like as my friend, if you're listening out there, like obviously me and Jesus are friends. We go way back. When we would hang out, because we don't hang out anymore because COVID. Anyways, yeah, he would bring it up a lot to the point where I was like, "Shut the fuck up." Just kidding. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean, no, like absolutely.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't shut up about this game.
But I know you love this franchise a lot. I know it's like one of those franchises that you're like just like your heart is in it. So that's awesome, man. That's really awesome that like you didn't get 1 but 2 titles announced. One that you really love, and one that we'll see what happens. You know, hopefully it's lives up to that Shin Megami Tensei standard, right? That these games are held to. But yeah, dude. And then other than that, like, you know, they announced a couple of those other stuff, but it's nothing too substantial, nothing too like, oh my god, you know, like jaw dropping or expected.
It's nothing substantial at all, actually.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and I hate. And it's crazy because I hate to say it because, like, I don't even know. I don't hate to say it. I'm just saying it, right? It's like Nintendo this year has been like on a hiatus. You know, like it's like
it's been so weird.
It's been extremely weird, right? And then like if it's COVID or if it's something related to that, just like, hey, you know what, like. We really can't, like, we haven't figured out a process to do this. We haven't figured out, you know, because of, like, working from home or whatever the case may be. It's like, hey, you know what? Like, we're all fans of you. Like, we all love Nintendo. You know, like, we understand, you know, we're used to things getting pushed back. We're used to delays. We're used to cancels. So it's like, hey, you know what? Like, if something's going on, it's cool, man. Like, just, you know, but, like, yeah, we've been completely, like, in the dark. Like, they've just been lurking.
Yeah.
Like, all they've done is just, like shadow drop things, like the Origami King. That was a weird thing to wake up to. I was like, wait, this is a Mario title. Yeah, it's Paper Mario, but it's still a Mario title. Like, why is it just like on a tweet? You know? So it was very strange, and it has been because like you'd figure they have like an abundance of games that they could, you know, hopefully like talk about or like hopefully they're working on, or I don't know what the deal is, because I actually have a list right here. Like, we haven't heard anything about Breath of the Wild 2. Right, where everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's just a continuity of Breath of the Wild." So maybe they have everything already rendered or whatever. They just need to work on this and that, whatever. Okay, anyways, it's all speculation, right? But you know, Breath of the Wild 2. Will there be a Mario Odyssey 2? You know, Metroid. What happened to that? Yeah. It's been years. What else? Retro Studio. Bayonetta. Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, these are all like heavy hitting things. Like, will there be another Pikmin? You know, like with the little talks about that and stuff. Like, you know, so all these things, and we have no idea, nothing. It's just been like Smash stuff. That's about it. You know, just little indie games and stuff.
Yeah, but like even Smash stuff, you know, like it like took a while for like Min Min to be actually announced.
Yeah,
and even then, like they announced Min Min, and then they were just like, yeah, like, this video is not going to show anything for the new character. Like, it's just a Min thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. So, like, I think they have, like, what, like 5 more characters? Like,
I believe this, actually.
Like 5 or 6.
I think they have 6. I think this pack was 7.
That's right.
7?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. But, yeah, so, like, they have a lot to cover. But, you know, it just brings back to what I said earlier about Nintendo. Like, they don't care, you know? Yeah. They'll just do their thing.
Yeah, and you know
how they want to, you know, and like when they end up actually like announcing all this stuff, it's gonna fucking explode.
Oh,
man. Like,
dude.
You know, they're gonna just announce everything. They're just gonna throw everything at once, and then we're just gonna be like, whoa, like,
yeah, you know. I hope it's just like, we didn't give you anything for E3, but we're gonna give you a Nintendo Direct XL or Mega instead of a Mini. It's like Nintendo Direct Mini, and then like it scratches, and it's like Mega or something, or extra large.
No, dude, it's gonna be the new.
So stupid.
It's gonna be the new Nintendo Direct XL.
XL, yeah, there you go, dude. Oh no! It's gonna have a little nub, a little C-stick.
Yeah, the whole time there's just like a little nub at the corner with like 2 extra triggers on the top.
Oh no, dude. Oh god. But yeah, dude, I'm just waiting for all that, right? Because I love Nintendo, man. Right now I feel like how you feel about Shin Megami Tensei 5 and how you're waiting for that. I feel like that's me with Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we're waiting for one day to wake up and be like, here you go, little Moy, like, you have been blessed. Like, Helia has blessed you today. I'm like, yes, like,
yes,
like, come here, give me, you know, like a little baby, you know, just give me like my hands, like, just hand it over, like, I'll take it, $200, I'll pay it, I don't give a shit, dude. Like I told you yesterday, I was like, dude, I bought the Switch and they charged me like Like, $600 for the Switch. I'm like, yeah, like just give me Zelda. Like, I don't care. I just can't. That's outrageous, right? But no, yeah, like, I'm just really waiting for any news on that or any other stuff for Nintendo, right? At this point, because it is kind of weird that there has been nothing that they've talked about. But hey, you know what? When it comes out, it'll come out, and I'm sure it'll be good, and we will all be happy. Maybe we're living through this.
I won't.
Maybe we're living. Oh, I hate you. Maybe we're living through this COVID nightmare where Nintendo's like, we can't release good stuff and like all this dirty world that we live in. We need to clean it up, and then it'll be like, here you go.
Right? Yeah, you guys don't deserve it yet.
Yeah, you get some games as a treat when it's all done and done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we want to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I hope you guys, if you guys feel like we're full of shit, or if you guys feel like we're, we missed some stuff or whatever. Oh, dude, I love your cat. She's so cute. Again, if you're listening to this, at least like look for the cat in the back. Just click on it so you can watch some cat content. But yeah, let us know. We do have listener mail, so tweet at us, DM us, Instagram, Twitter, shoot us an email. Do your thing. And yeah, we're here to listen. We're here to discuss. We're here to talk. We're here to be friends with you all. And, hope you guys keep supporting, keep enjoying, and please please stay safe out there. Stay well, wear masks, do your thing, be nice to each other, be kind, and all that good stuff. And hopefully we will all get through this together. Now, with that being said, thank you.
And good night.